How's it going, all my bricks and bricksters? I am back with a brand new video. Now, before I want to start off with, sorry I haven't made a Christmas video for this year because of I couldn't figure out what were my video plans for a Christmas video, but other than that, I had a good time and I'm hoping you guys had a great Christmas too. So yep. Well, anyway, for today, I'll be continuing my top 10 favorite animated movies from each decade. And for today, you might have guessed it for my t-shirt, we're going over the 2010s. Now, the 2010s was definitely the golden era for animated movies because of there were a lot that came out that we loved to watch and kind of feel pretty nostalgic, but other than that, really great to watch. And I got 10 favorites to watch and enjoy myself. So with that, I can't wait to do this. But before I want to start off with, here's some few rules. Rule 1, this list is kind of stacked up like my top 10 favorite animated Disney movie list, because that list is my important top 10 list. So if you see it kind of familiar, that's what it's like. But also, of course, there are some few in-betweens with other Disney movies or my favorite non-Disney movies, of course. Just a little heads up. Rule 2, anime movies and live action, well, no. Just anime movies are not included in this list, so if you have a favorite anime movie, I couldn't name, well, I do know some few, like Pokemon, of course, but anyway, there won't be included on this list. And Rule 3, short films won't be included in this list. Sorry, Feast, but also, of course, any animated live-action hybrids won't also be in this list. Just a little heads up, you guys don't have to follow the first two rules. That's the rules for me. But, yeah, just a little heads up on that. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Number 10 is the Lego Ninjago movie. Okay, so I know this film isn't really one of the brightest Lego movies besides the Lego movie itself and its sequel and the Lego Batman movie, but I really enjoy the Lego Ninjago movie because, one, watching this, it has a very unique storyline to the original Ninjago series, and I really enjoy that a lot. That's one of my few things I like about this movie. And the casting is great. Please forgive me, I kind of forgot the names. But anyway, I really do enjoy the Lego Ninjago movie that I decided to put this on this list because despite how underrated it looks, it's actually not that bad. I would recommend you guys watching it. Number 9 is the Boxtrolls. Now, I actually like the Boxtrolls. Might be one of my favorite, sorry, it's hard to pronounce it. It's one of my favorite movies from one of those studios because the story is great, the animation is well done, even though it has some few adult humor. But overall, the Boxtrolls is a really cool film. I binged this a lot in 2015, and one time I was even a box troll, well, more like a eggs, but a creative box troll. But anyway, the Boxtrolls is a really good film. I really enjoy it. Number 8 is Monsters University. Okay, so this Pixar film is really great because this is one of their very first prequel films and tells the story of Mike and Sully, of how they started off together from bitter rivals to very good, close best friends as they are in the Monsters Inc. world. But other than that, Monsters University is a great Pixar film. It has a lot of unexpected twists and turns, but overall tells a really good story of how it all started with the two iconic characters. But overall, it is a great Pixar film, and I think it's pretty underrated. But other than that, Monsters University is a great Pixar film, so that's why I decided to put it on this list. Number 7 is Incredibles 2. Now, I don't care what people say, Incredibles 2 is amazing because this is a film that is worth watching after 14 years because, well, you know how The Incredibles ended in a huge cliffhanger, but other than that, Incredibles 2 is such an amazing sequel and a continuation of the film because it has action, the animation, the perfect casting for the characters, the soundtrack, everything about it is simply amazing. That's why I had to put this on this list because Incredibles 2 is the one sequel that I always wanted to watch growing up at around 14 years. And I gotta say, it was worth it to watch. I really love Incredibles 2. Definitely one of my favorite Pixar sequels. Number 6 is Moana, of course. This film combines both action, drama, and a huge musical number into one movie. And I gotta say, Moana is a perfect example for these films, unless if you include Hercules. But anyway, Moana is a great film. I really do enjoy the movie, along with the most of the soundtrack, which my favorite song from this movie is the Ancestor song. And the casting is quite interesting, especially with Dwayne Johnson as Maui, of course. But other than that, Moana is still a perfect film to watch. Definitely one of the few films that I would watch on a summer or day. But other than that, Moana is a great film, and I love it so much. Number 5 is Toy Story 3. Now, this film is amazing, of course. This is one of the few films that adults can watch too and completely understand because of it's hard to say goodbye to one of your beloved things, like a beloved toy to give away. It's like giving away perfect childhood memories. And a little note, I was about 9 when I watched this movie, so I didn't cry as much as adults did in the theaters, but I'm sorry for those who watched it before. But anyway, Toy Story 3 is an amazing Pixar film. Really heartwarming, adventurous, and great moments in there, especially with the characters along with the cast. So with that, Toy Story 3 deserves a little bit higher up on this spot because it is very enjoyable to watch. Number 4 is Frozen. I know it's not really a big surprise because Frozen is a little bit overrated, but hey, I still enjoyed the movie. And a lot of people did say that Frozen is one of the best Disney movies since Lion King. And I kind of agree with them. Frozen is a huge hit. But other than that, Frozen showed off a lot of things like music. The songs are good. Mostly the animation's real nice. The story is good. The casting of the characters, they're really great too. And yeah, this film really holds up a lot of unexpected twists and turns if you watch it for the first time. But once you watch it multiple times, you'll get the use of it. But anyway, Frozen is still a good movie to watch. And of course, there is Frozen 2, of course. But right now, I'm just going to go with Frozen 1 for now. But other than that, here's my 4th pick. Number 3 is How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, so first off, this was originally going to be at number 1, but I've already got a movie in the number 1 spot. But anyway, despite putting this one on this list, it was a little bit tricky to know which How to Train Your Dragon film will go in this list because of all three of the films came around in the 2010s, but I decided to go with the first one because this film will always be in my heart because I love it so much. I love the cast, the characters, the music, the animation, and the storyline. Everything about it is such beautiful. I really love it so much that I want to put it up a little bit higher. I really love this film so much because of I really do love dragons, and this film really shows it off for me because it is such a beautiful film. And of course, love the story of the two outsiders and the sworn enemies came close together and formed a unbreakable bond to each other. It is such amazing. I really love it. That's why I said I put it up higher in my top 3. Number 2 is Coco. Oh man, Coco. It is such an amazing film. I really love it. The music, the characters, the story. It is such amazing. I really love it so much. Really shows off the cultural aspects for this movie. You know, the Day of the Dead is what an amazing idea for a Pixar film. It is really enjoyable, and the storyline really, really great. I love it so much. But other than that, Coco, I want to put this up higher because it is so amazing. It deserves to be a little bit higher, and wish it was at number 1, like with How to Train Your Dragon. But I already got one in this spot. But other than that, Coco, definitely one of the best Pixar films I've ever watched. Alright, before I head out to my number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Mention 1, Zootopia. Okay, so I loved Zootopia because of it is a great film with a lot of unexpected turns and twists, and the film was one of the biggest films in 2016, of course. But for picking the list, it was either Zootopia or Moana. I really liked the Moana a little bit more, so that's why I picked it. But Zootopia is also great, so that's why it's mentioned. Mention 2, Kung Fu Pandas 2 and 3. Now, the second Kung Fu Panda film is amazing, of course, because of the storyline will make you feel very sad, but also heartwarming. And Kung Fu Panda 3 is also great. Yep. Mention 3, the Shaun the Sheep movie. Now, I really love the Armin Studios movies, and I also love the Shaun the Sheep series. And if you combine them together, you get Shaun the Sheep the movie. It's actually really good to watch it if you're a big Shaun the Sheep fan, of course. Mention 4, Shrek Forever After. Now, it's not really one of my all-time favorite Shrek films, but I really love the Shrek series, and Shrek Forever After came around in 2010, so I thought I might add it as an honorable mention. And in case you didn't know, Shrek Forever After is the final film of the Shrek series until 2026. Wink, wink. Next mention, Puss in Boots, the spin-off of the Shrek series. Really a great way to tell one of the characters from the Shrek series with his own story, like Puss in Boots, for example. he is a one of the big fan favorites, so makes total sense for him to get his own movie, of course. And then I'll get into its sequel in a little bit. Next mention, How to Train Your Dragons 2 and 3. So, like I mentioned, it was pretty tricky to pick which How to Train Your Dragon movie, but I decided to pick the first one because that film is a special place in my heart. But I also love the trilogy, so I decided to give the second and third one as a honorable mention. Next mention, Toy Story 4. I know it's not really what everyone really wanted, but hey, Toy Story 4 is pretty good Toy Story film to watch. That's just my opinion on it. Next mention, because I lost count, Trolls. I know this film isn't really everybody's favorite, but I enjoy the film. It's a really good one of how they remake some of the songs into the film, along with basing the movie out of the little troll dolls that you've seen in Toy Story, of course. And that was one of the few reasons why I wanted to watch it, because of Toy Story, of course. And final mention, Big Hero 6. Now, I recently got into Big Hero 6, but anyway, this film is really great. Really, really nice and unique way for Disney to make their own style based out of the Marvel comics, of course. But other than that, Big Hero 6 is a pretty good film to watch. 3 more movies I forgot to mention for my honorable mentions. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, and the Lego Batman movie. Now, the Lego Batman movie might be my only favorite DC movie that I like to enjoy. Yeah, I'm not really big on DC. I'm more of a Marvel fan. But the Lego Batman movie is quite enjoyable for the history of Batman and how you can't always be the same person. Like sometimes Batman can't always be Batman all the time. Anyway, the 2 Lego movies, it's all about even after you grow up, you still won't have to give up on your love for Legos. Like, they will always be a part of you and a part of your childhood. I know I am, because I am a big Lego fan, of course. Anyway, that's my last mention. Another mention, Frozen 2. At first, I really think it would be a great sequel for a Disney film, but after I watched it, it was actually not that bad. I really enjoy the music. I think it's a little bit better than the first one, and yeah, and the storyline really unique of telling the secrets of Elsa's powers, along with the how she got them and why something's calling out to her. But other than that, it's really good. All right, are you guys ready for my number 1 pick? And here it is. Number 1 is Inside Out. Oh man, I really, really love this film. This film is really heartwarming and can get you all emotional. No pun intended, but yep. It's definitely one of the films that both kids and adults can watch and also completely understand. For kids, because of the bright, colorful emotion characters and other things featured in there. But for adults, it's like the the meaning of growing up, like how Riley was trying to fit in after she moved away from Minnesota to San Francisco. But other than that, Inside Out is amazing. I really love it. The soundtrack is great. Some scenes in there, it's really heartwarming and emotional. Some of the characters is great, of course. The animation, it's so amazing. That's why I had to put this up at number one, because it will always have a special place in my heart. Because Inside Out, what an amazing film to watch. All right, what do you guys think of that list? Was it really good? If you have your thoughts on it, then you can write that down below in the comments. And you can also write down your top 10 favorite animated movies from the 2010s. You don't have to follow the 2 rules if you don't want to. But other than that, it was a pretty fun list to do. So, yep. Now, just because we're at the 2010s doesn't mean it's quite over yet. I got one more coming up, and that's my top 10 favorite animated movies from the 2020s so far. Like, it's a current run until I make a full one after 2029. But in the meantime, I'll make a current run for now. So stay tuned for next week, which is January 4th, which means that we've already made it to half of this current decade. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to this video, to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Because it'll be fun to make more videos for you guys. Also, of course, don't forget to like this video, share this with your friends, and my Instagram links down below in the description if you want to follow it. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.